Okay, guys, this would be part two of stats grade 10. I do understand maybe the teaching is a little bit fast-paced, so we're going to try and slow it down. But if you guys have any problems, you can always message, just ask. I mean, it's easy to send you guys worksheets and stuff like that. Tallies are something that I prefer. I would like you to know first, it says mark obtained. What does it mean? This x is greater than 0, but less than or equal to 5. That means this is not including 0. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The next one is not including 5. So it's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and you get it right. This would be 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. So it's not, there's no equal, so it's not including the first number. When it comes to tallies, it's quite simple. We're going to go in order. You can scratch out 23 to 25. That'll be 34, and it continues, right? We're going to do each part. 2 goes there, 31 goes there, 14 goes there, 12 goes there, 15 goes there, 28 goes there, and then we're going to continue, okay? So by the time we're done with this, we end up with 7, 3, 8, 7, 14, 12, and 9. Okay, you guys can complete the tally table. Please understand when you get to 5, when you get to 5, you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And be 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Please be realistic with the work. It's not going to take you such a short time to actually do it. It's going to take you some effort. So don't stress. I did this question like 100 times, and I also have the answers written down in front of me. So I was able to do it very quickly. You have to be realistic and do it step by step, and there's no need to rush. There's two parts I'd like you guys to know before moving on. That you guys should add about 2 or 3 more tables, especially when it comes to intervals. It just makes things a little bit easier. Okay. I know most schools would not ask you to do this, and that's fine. I mean, it's okay, but it does simplify. So we're going to add the cumulative frequency table. That's the first one. That's the one that you guys should know. The next two that we're going to add is something that you guys don't really know. So that's cumulative frequency. Okay, cool. So the first table that I add is cumulative frequency. We learned about this. The next table that I add is midpoint. And the last table that I add is midpoint times frequency. Okay. When it comes to cumulative frequency, the first one is 7. It's going to be 7 plus 3 equals to 10. 10 plus 8 equals to 18. 18 plus 7 equals to 25. 25 plus 14 is 39. 39 plus 12 is 51. And 51 plus 9 is 60. Okay. We end up with that as cumulative frequency. So the first number goes there, and then you just keep adding that way. See? Now, midpoint would be our interval. So we're going to take our interval. It's going to be 0 plus 5 is 5 divided by 2. So guys, 0 plus 5 divided by 2 is 2.5. You see? And we're going to continue. Let me just write down the next one. 5 plus 10 divided by 2, and that's 7.5. So that's 7.5, 12.5, 17.5, 22.5, 27.5, and 32.5. Okay. Now, midpoint times frequency. All we're going to do is we're going to take the midpoint and we're going to multiply it by the frequency. Okay. The frequency. So it's there. 2.5 times 7. This one, let's do it step by step. 2.5 times 7. 2.5 times 7 is 17.5. 7.5 times 3 is 22.5. 12.5 times 8 is 100. 7 times 17.5 is 122.5. 14 times 22.5 is 315. 27.5 multiplied by 12 is 330. And 32.5 multiplied by 9 is 292.5. Now, guys, what I'd like you to do is add this table up. There's a reason for it because it makes the mean simple to deal with. So if we start to add this 17.5 plus 22.5 plus 100 plus 122.5 plus 315 plus 330 plus 292.5, we end up with 1,200. So that's the easy value. And this is our total, right? 60. Remember, the last number is the total. Now, that's all there is for this. I understand the school won't make you guys do midpoint times frequency. It just makes things easier. Okay. Let's go with, now we can start to answer these questions. So if we go with this, firstly, the first question says calculate the mean. So if I do the mean, what's going to happen is I'm going to take the total, which is a 1,200 divided by 60. And now we can see that the mean is basically just 20. And that was simple. Instead of you trying to add and write down everything all in one step, the mean's quite simple. Remember, the mean stands for average. If you wanted, you could have did it separately, but I think that's the best way when you get intervals. What is the modal group of the data? Now, guys, for the modal group, it means the number that appears the most, but we look at the frequency. So go to the frequency, and I see that this one is the modal. That's the most. So the one that appears the most is 14, and they want the modal group, which is 20. X is less than 20, but sorry, X is greater than 20, but less than or equal to 25. Why? Because this has the biggest frequency. Determine the median, the first quartile, the third quartile, and the interquartile range. Okay, excuse me, guys. When it comes to this part, we know Q1 should be 1 over 4 n plus 1. Okay, so this is 1 over 4 into 60 plus 1. And remember, this gives us position. It doesn't give us the answer. So 15.25. Now this gives us position. It does not give us the perfect answer. Okay, so we still need to go and calculate away is 15.25. You can look at the cumulative frequency to make it a bit easy. But let's not panic, right? Let's go to the cumulative frequency. This is every number from 0 to 7. This is from 0 to 10. This is from 0 to 18. Now, guys, I would like you to know that 15.25 falls into this quadrant. I said 0. I know it's between 10. I'm just trying to get you guys to understand that 15.25 falls in this range. Because in this range, it's only numbers from 0 to 7. From this sorry, not 0 to 7, 0 to 5. From this range, it goes from cumulative is going from 0 all the way to 10. You can see because I added these two together. And then now the 18 is going from 0 all the way to 18 because I added these three rows together. Now, where does the 15.25 fall? It falls in this one here. So this is quartile 1. Okay. So quartile 1 falls in the modal class of 10. There. Guys, again, I'm trying to find easy ways to explain it to you guys. So if it confuses you, please let me know. But quartile 2 is 2 over 4 n plus 1. 2 over 4 into 60 plus 1. And that equals to 30.5. Please understand again, this is position. We count. Position is our counting numbers. It's not the answer. Let's go and look for 30.5 in our work. Okay. Let's go and look for 30.5. 30.5 does not fall here, does not fall here, does not fall here. Now, guys, most of you go look at 39 and think it falls there. It doesn't fall there. Okay. Please understand that from 18 to 25 is a, ooh, yeah, you guys are right. From 18 to 25, it's not here. From 25 to 39 is here. So guys, think about this as the max number. This is max 7, max 10, max 18, max 25. This is max 39. So it means the number falls there. So yeah, I think we are correct. That would be quartile 2. Okay, so quartile 2 would form or fall actually in 20 there. It's really easy to make mistakes with this, especially when you're looking at big groups of data. So just double check. Everybody can make mistakes here. So again, 30 does not fall there, 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 there. So it has to fall here. 30 falls in this part here. Okay? Because this is the max number it reaches, 25. If we go to quartile 2 or quartile 3 generally, quartile 3 is 3 over 4 n plus 1. That's just the formula we will use. 3 over 4 n plus 1, this is 3 over 4. This is 60 plus 1, which equals to 45.75. And again, if remember, this is not the answer. This is position. Okay, this is position. Let's go and look for 45.75. Now 45 does not fall there, 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 there. This is max 39. So this has to be 45. 25 to 30. Okay. So this is 25. There. There. And this would be the quartile 3. Now guys, realistically, I think, did they ask me for interquartile range? If we try and figure out the interquartile range, it becomes a little bit difficult. I think you guys would need to remember that interquartile range would be the value of Q3 minus Q1. And we'll come back to this. I'll show you guys how to deal with the tally table because it's quite simple. You guys shouldn't panic a little bit. Don't panic too much. We can deal with that quite simply. There is a basic lesson so that you guys can watch. When it comes to the basic lesson, we have box and whisker diagrams, and we have basic mean, median and mode, quartile 1, quartile 2, and quartile 3 that I'll be doing there. I'll also show you how to deal with interquartile range with intervals. Okay, guys, and the last part. So we will come to this part here because I'll show you guys how to do this on a graph. But also, if you don't have the proper numbers, it is a bit difficult to do. So we'll come back to this on the basic lesson, and I'll add it. I'll start teaching this first, and then we'll deal with that. But when it comes to the 90th percentile, the next question says 90th percentile. So 90th percentile is quite easy. I taught you guys a formula. We're going to put 90% into n plus 1. That's 90% into 60 plus 1, if I'm not mistaken. This gives you position. So that's 90% times 61, and that's 54.9. And this is position. Okay. And in position, it's quite simple to deal with because all we have to do is 54.9. So we go and look, where does 54.9 fall? And it doesn't fall there, 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 there. So 54.9 falls in the last one. That's the 90th percentile. Guys, why does it not fall here? The max number we can get is 51. Max we can get is 39, 25, 18, 10, and 7. And yeah, the interval that we can use here would be 30 is less than x, which is less than or equal to 35. The last question is looking at the table and the spread of data, what conclusions can you draw about the test? Generally, the test was quite easy. I would say it's quite easy. A lot of people actually did very well. Above, what, 15%? Most of the people are above 15%. So, yeah, I'll say a lot of people did well. It's quite an easy test, but that's all there is to this question. Okay, guys, the next question generally is an easy question. I wanted to make a separate video to deal with this, but the question came up. The scores of the Sharks rugby team over the last year are given. Now, what I'd like you to do is to put everything in order. This question does not work if everything is not in order. 15, 16, 17, 19, 21, 21, 22, 22, 22. That's 22. Okay, sorry guys. 22, 22. That's 23, 23. Please double check everything. That's 24, 25, 26, 229s. 34, you're allowed to scratch out on the paper, so don't stress. 54, 58, 64, and 72. Double check. There should be 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. Okay, cool. So I am correct. Give a 5-number summary. Okay, guys. This is what I want you to do. 5-number summary. This is how we draw a box and whisker diagram. The 5-number summary, the easiest ones is the minimum, which is 6. That's the min. The maximum, which is 72. That's the max, right? The next ones are quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3, and quartile 4. Oh, well, there's no quartile 4, sorry. But quartile 1. So quartile 1 is 1 over 4 n plus 1. So this is 1 over 4. And we can use 24 plus 1. So that's 1 over 4 and 25. Okay, this would be 6.25. Please understand, 6.25 is not very easy to deal with, but we need to count. We need to be able to count the position. It will work out. It will work out generally perfect, but let's go, right? Remember, this is position. We're counting, guys. The answer is not 6.25. So let's go and count. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 6.25 is here. Now we got a tiny problem because it's in the middle. And we need to figure out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and we're in trouble. So it's somewhere here, right? We'll round off. I'll deal with it just now, but I wanted to show you multiple ways. Quartile 2 is 2 over 4, n plus 1. Now, guys, we can also count because it makes things a little bit easy. But I'll show you now. That's 2 over 4 into 25, and that should equal to 12.5. Remember, this is not the answer. This is the position. So we have to count 12.5 numbers. Now, this was the easy one to do because 12.5 numbers is simple, right? So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12.5 is here, right here in the center. This is quartile 2. Now, quartile 2 will be 23 plus 23 divided by 2. So that's 23. Now, this one was easy. This one is definitely correct. Let's go with quartile 3. Now, quartile 3 is 3 over 4, n plus 1. 3 over 4 into the total, which is 24 plus 1 is 25. And this should be 18.75. Please understand, this is not the answer. This is position. Let's go to 18.75, and we can round off, guys, because it's not exactly in the center. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Now, guys, the problem is, I want you guys to see that we need to make some really important decisions. I'm saying quartile 3 is somewhere here in the middle, right? It's 18.75. It leans closer to the 19 term. So to make things a little less complicated, we're going to use, because it's above 5, we're going to go to the next number. So we're going to use 34 as the answer. And this one is because it's below 5, we're going to use the previous number, which is 17. So that's quartile 1, and that's quartile 3. It just makes things a little bit easier for basic stats in grade 10. It's not perfect, but it does work for now. Okay. Now we got the 5-number summary, especially if you're drawing a box and whisker diagram. You don't want to make it too difficult to deal with, but we have a 5-number summary. Again, guys, if they wanted the mean, you would add all the numbers and you would divide by 24. If they wanted the mode, you would look for the number that appears the most. And to my data, it should be 22 and 21, 22, 23. So it's 21, 22, and 23. Quartile 1, quartile 2, quartile 3 was easy. You want the range, take the biggest minus the smallest. So 72 minus 6. And anything else that we could do? Interquartile range. You want the interquartile range, take Q3. This is big minus small. And you want the interquartile range, you'll take Q3 minus Q1. Now, guys, the part that I wanted to do was the box and whisker diagram. We need to understand what it means. You see, it's very simple to draw a box and whisker diagram, to be honest. It's also 5, 10, let's see if I can get it right, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55. Almost there. Let's go closer to there. 55, 60. I wrote two 50s. That's 55, 60, 65, 70, and 75. Right? If we look at our numbers, firstly, the minimum is at 6, which is there. Quartile 1, which is at 17, is somewhere there. Right? Minimum and maximum get a star. Quartile 1, 2, and 3 get a line. Quartile 2 is at 23, which is somewhere there. That's quartile 2, sorry guys. Quartile 3 is at 34, which is somewhere there. We can connect these boxes because we've got quartile 1, 2, and 3. That's fine, and that's fine, right? These are easy ones. This is 34. Now, the maximum is 72, which is somewhere there. And this data is done, right? Now, the next question is, what percentage of games do the Sharks score below 23? Now, guys, even though every single part of this box is a different size, I want you to understand there's only 24 games, right? There's 24 games. And out of the 24 games, this part here is 25%. So 25% of 24 games is, all of this is only 6 games, right? All of this is only 6 games, right? So every single part of the box and whisker diagram is only 25%. So even though they're all different lengths, remember that no matter what happens, each part of this box and whisker diagram is 25% of the game, right? So 25%, 25%, 25%, 25%. Now, what score how many percent did they score less than 23? 23 is here. Less than 23. Less than 23 should be there. So how many percent is this? 25 plus 25 is 50%. So 50% of the games were where they scored less than 23%. And if they want to know how many games it was, which they don't, it will be 12 games because 50 times 24 is there. The interquartile range is equal to Q3 minus Q1, which is equal to 34 minus 17, which is equal to 17. So the interquartile range is equal to 17. Right? And what can you say about the spread of the data? Okay, so if I look at this data, I would say this is 25, 25, 25, 25, 25, 25. 75% of the Sharks games are grouped together very closely and very low. The top 25% of the games are very far apart and they're very far away. So 75%, the Sharks did quite bad. 25% is very far away. That's all I would say. And now would end the question there. Okay, guys. The next question, question 7. The girls' netball team went to 25 matches. So the total is 25, right? Over the first term. The girls measured the distance of each trip and sorted them into groups. Below are the results. We're going to start with cumulative frequency. So that is 3. 3 plus 6 is 9. 9 plus 8 is 17. 17 plus 7 is 24. And 24 plus 1 is 25. So this is quite simple because we know it's 25 games. The midpoint would be 2.5, 7.5, 12.5, 17.5, and 22.5. Please understand the midpoint is 0 plus 5 divided by 2. 5 plus 10 divided by 2. 10 plus 15 divided by 2. 15 plus 20 divided by 2. 20 plus 25 divided by 2. So that's all there is. Midpoint times frequency would be this table multiplied by that table. Now, this one I'll have to calculate because most people don't do it in this manner. So let's take a bit of effort here. 7.5. 7.5 times 6. 7.5 times 6 is 45. 7.5 times 6, that'll be 8 times 12.5, which is 100. 7 times 17.5 is 122.5. And 1 times 22.5 is just 22.5. Okay. Now this is quite simple because I would prefer you to add these numbers up together. And if we add them, we get 7.5 plus 45 plus 100 plus 122.5 plus 22.5. And the answer is 297.5. This just makes it easy to deal with. I got an extra table. I don't know. Leave it there for hope. Let's start. Determine the average distance of the girls' trip. This would just be the mean. And the mean would be 297.5 all over the total, which is 25. And this is 11.9. That's all there is to this question. Now, guys, what is the modal group of the data? Modal means most. Go and look at the frequency, and the biggest frequency is 8. So the biggest frequency, this is modal. This is mode. Now that we have the modal data, that's 10 is less than there, which is less than or equal to 15, sorry. Remember, the modal is from the frequency. The frequency is how frequent something occurs. The next one is determine the median, first quartile, and the last one. Realistically, they would not ask you for the interquartile range for this one. The reason I left it out was it's more of a grade 11 question because I am going to do it. I did do it actually. And I think it's quite simple if you have an OJAV curve. But in grade 10, you guys don't deal with OJAV curves. So, yeah. Quartile 1 is 1 over 4 n plus 1. That's 1 over 4. 25 plus 1 is 26. Okay. Remember, there's total. The total, excuse me, is 25, which is 1 over 4 into 26. And that should be 13. Now, this one is much better because it's very simple. It's just the number 13. But again, this is position. I know I keep reminding you guys. It must be annoying, but trust me, it's very easy to make a mistake. That's position. Let's go and count 13. 13 does not fall into 3. 1, 2, 3. 13 does not fall into 9, but that's the wrong column. So let's go to the next one. Oh, this is the right column. Cumulative frequency. 13 doesn't fall into 3. Nope. Doesn't fall into 9. Nope. but it does fall into the 17 column. So remember, cumulative frequency, the first one is 0 to 3, next one's 0 to 9, doesn't fall there, next one's 0 to 17. So 13 can fall into the 0 into 17. So this would be, what did I go 1 over 4? Let me just double check. 13, 13, 13, 13, 13. You see, guys, I am fine with, oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. 1 over 4 multiplied by 26 is 6.5. Please double check this. It's so easy to make mistakes. I halved it. I calculated the median by mistake, but just double check. I'm not going to remove this from the video because it's very easy to make these mistakes. So you guys can also learn from it. 6.5 doesn't fall here. It falls in the second quadrant. So this is quartile 1. This is 5 there and there. Okay. Guys, please double check everything. If it doesn't look right to you, it doesn't look right. Make sure you go and double check. But that only works when you understand the math. So try not to learn just straight from the scene. Try to practice many examples. Repetition is important. 2 over 4, n plus 1. 2 over 4 into 26. And this is 13, guys. This is the position. This was the part that I mistakenly just did before. But 13 falls into this quadrant. So 13 falls here, and that's quadrant 2. Remember quadrant 2 or quartile 2, and the median is the exact same thing. Okay. Quartile 3. Quartile 3 is simple as well because 3 over 4 into n plus 1. This is just the basic formula that we use. 3 over 4 into 26 should be 19.5. Where does 19.5 fall? It is position, remember. 19.5 falls into this quadrant here. Why? Because it's bigger than 3, bigger than 9, bigger than 17, but it's not bigger than 24. So it falls into this quadrant. 13, that is 15, less than x, less than or equal to 20. And that's all there is. So x is greater than 15, less than or equal to 20. That's all there is for this question. The next one is a histogram. I'll try my absolute best to draw this histogram, but just wish me luck. I'm drawing on a graphic tablet, so yeah. Does take a bit of effort, and some of us are not naturally good at drawing. So the first thing is to label. Remember, this is a frequency. Remember, this is the distance. Yeah. This is in kilometers. This is a graph or histogram showing frequency versus distance. Please label. 3 marks are given for the labels. Always just put graph showing and take the y-axis and the x-axis, and then let's start. Now for the histogram, I think the best thing to do is just go with the midpoints. The midpoints work very well. If you want to go with intervals, go with it. For me, I think the midpoints work very well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. This is 2.5, 7.5. I'm using the midpoints, guys. You guys are free to use intervals. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. I think let me actually make it a little bit better. Let me put the intervals here. 2.5, 7.5, 12.5, 20, 17.5, and 22.5. Now, this is 17.5. So frequency goes up to 8. Ooh, it goes up to 8. They made it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And let's go. 4, 3, the frequency. What color should I use? Let's go with my... Okay, let's go with you, whatever you are. So for the first interval, the frequency was 3, guys. So it's going to go there. My line's not very straight, but yeah. The next one is 6. The next one is 8. Guys, it needs to join on the line properly. The next one is 7. And the last one is 1. And that's all there is to this histogram, right? They want us to comment on the skewness of the data or the spread of the data. It's up to you, right? We could say most of the data. It's skewed to the right. Most of the data is between 5 and 20. Or you could say the data is quite spread evenly, right? It's up to you guys to pick what you want. But questions like this, you look at the graph and you just say exactly what you see. Most of the data lies between 5 and 20. The data is generally spread quite evenly. But yeah, that's all there is to this question. Okay, guys, and the last question is quite simple. They want us to study the histogram that's given, right? Truth is, the histogram below given weights of fish caught. Okay, I need to generate the histogram, but this question, what's going to happen is I will send a histogram. Let's put the histogram. Okay, I'll send the histogram on the WhatsApp channel. And I'll send it, I'll tag it to the comment part as well. You guys do this and we can work with it. In general, there's no histogram for this question, so I don't need to draw it out. I do have it drawn out, but we'll leave this question as homework. So the histogram will be posted very soon and we'll work with it.